Hi friends, Regina Sanchez here, welcoming you to my video podcast, Giving You a Fresh Start. I'm so glad you're here to join me again on another teaching on helping you build a strong and robust immune system. So, as I always start my video and podcast with, grab your favorite beverage, whether it's a cup of tea, cup of coffee, or whatever, something cold to drink, and take a few minutes and listen to what I want to teach you about today. It's going to be a really short video, so maybe you don't need to do that. But I have with me my one of my favorite cups of tea. So I will be drinking that as I'm teaching you today about tea. That's the topic. I want to talk to you about tea and why your tea should be organic, right? Why do you want to make your tea? Why do you want to buy organic tea? Well, one of the reasons is that organic tea is grown without using chemical fertilizers, synthetic or chemical fertilizers, without using pesticides or herbicides. Okay, so they will have an organic symbol on it, right? That USDA organic, which means it's organic. So why else though? What is the important part? So those are the bad parts about drinking organic tea or non-organic tea, right? What are the good parts? Well, number one, they are full of polyphenols or flavonoids. And what that does is it acts as an antioxidant in your body to help detox it from free radicals. Now remember, free radicals can elevate the oxidative stress in your body, which can cause you have a greater risk of chronic diseases like, heart disease, cancers, diabetes, and so forth. So it helps to reduce those free radicals, helps to calm the inflammation in your body. It helps to improve and strengthen your immune system, right? Depending on which kind of teas, which I'm going to go over what some teas and what their benefits are. Some of the antioxidants in these organic teas can be anti-cancer, anti-tumor, anti-mutagenic, antimicrobial, which can help with countering heart disease. And also, organic tea can calm your level of stress or give you energy, right? And studies show that green tea can have up to 60% more antioxidants than regular black or white tea. And the other thing too, my understanding is that green tea, although it's got caffeine in it, the level of caffeine is not as great as the level of caffeine in a black tea. Okay? So what are your favorite teas? I'd love to hear from you to know what you enjoy doing. What I'm drinking right now is a organic hibiscus berry tea, and it's actually by Whole Foods. And the ingredients are organic hibiscus, organic rosehip, organic licorice. Licorice is not my favorite, but it's not overbearing in this particular tea. Organic orange peel, roasted chicory, organic dried apple, organic dried strawberry, organic dried raspberry. So that's what I am drinking right now and enjoying that. And now in my herbal teas, I do put a little honey. And this is my little jar of honey that I have gotten it from this big jar. And I know if you're on a podcast, you can't see what I'm showing here. But this is a local honey that I get from a local bee farmer in the next town over. And they say that when you get honey, you want to get it local because the pollen and such that's in the honey is beneficial for your health because it's familiar with what you're living with, and it can help counteract allergies. So this is called pure wild honey. It's raw, unheated, unfiltered, and contains a bit of wax, pollen, or propolis. So as you can see in this jar, it's thick. It's very thick. So, in my herbal tea, I put about a quarter of a teaspoon, if that, in the tea. When I drink in the morning. So I'll just tell you again, I think I've shared this before, but my morning routine is I get up and I have decaffeinated coffee. And I ground my own beans and I make it in my French press. I like a strong cup of coffee. And my coffee is organic. And so as I encourage you to drink your tea organically, I encourage you to drink your coffee organically also, because those two beverages are very high in pesticides and synthetic chemicals. So I have my cup of coffee, but I still feel like I just want another hot something. So that's when I have my English breakfast tea. Now, my English breakfast tea, I buy loose tea leaves and I put in a little filter and, boil the water, and that's how I drink it. I do put a little dab of milk in my English breakfast, but no sugar. And then this time of the year when it's chilly, I feel like I need more warmth. So that's when I turn to, my herbal teas. And, I have a variety of different teas that I'll drink depending on what I feel like. If I feel like I need some energy, I might turn to a green tea. Great energy booster, right? If I feel like I need to calm down, my go-to calm me down teas are lemon balm, and then I just discovered recently this Tulsi Sweet Rose, which is what I'm drinking right now. So those are my two go-tos when it comes to I've had a tough day, or I'm feeling stressed and overwhelmed and I need to relax. I have to tell you, they work magnificently. Lemon balm just calms me down. I love it. So what are some different organic brands you can look at? So one of them is called Organic Positively Tea. Another is Stash, Stash. Now understand, some of these teas do sell conventional. So you want to make sure that you see this organic, USDA organic label on it. Otherwise, it's not organic. Mighty Leaf, great tea. I love their teas. Traditional Medicinals, which is what my lemon balm is. Equal Exchange, Numi, organic tea is another brand. The Republic of Tea, great line of teas. I love their teas. They have a lot of teas with different, like blueberries and raspberries, hibiscus, things of that. FGO Nettle Tea, which is interesting. They're saying nettle leaf, which is pine needle. No, that's pine needle tea. Nettle leaf is supposed to be good for, they're saying, if you've had some side effects from the gene therapy injection, nettle leaf tea can help do a little detox. Tea Tulia is another great brand. Tea Forte, Yogi. Yogi's great. Yogi has a lot of different brands for different health issues like upset stomachs, headaches, things of that nature. Yogi has tremendous teas, allergies, things of that nature, constipation, diarrhea. I mean, they have a whole line of them. They're great, worth considering. Harney and Sons. Harney and Sons is a great line of tea. Most of their teas are not organic, so you want to look and see. But and their non-organic teas are delicious. It's just that they're non-organic. Allegra is another great brand. I love my Allegra. Well, I have Allegra which is my jasmine green tea. It's jasmine and green tea, which is great. But I also like their brand of English breakfast. I do take tea bags with me when I go out because not every restaurant has good tea. So I, want to have a good tea with me. So I do take green tea. I take English breakfast in tea bags, and I love the Allegra brand. And Allegra actually makes a great line of organic coffee. And another one is Organic India, which is what my Tulsi is. It's great. So those are just some different brands that you might find helpful. The other thing I wanted to just kind of quickly go over with you, and I will have this chart in the link below so you can download it yourself and have it for your reference. But David Avocado Wolf, I don't know if you heard of him, but he's great in my arena of health and wellness. And he does a lot of teachings about a lot of health issues and food issues. But he put together this great chart called the top 10 tea types. And he lists top 10 teas and what they're good for. As an example, green tea, it's great for bloating or allergies or acne, or can help promote weight loss. Peppermint tea, another tea that's great for bloating, nausea, PMS, bad breath. Matcha tea. Matcha tea helps burn belly fat, or it's a great immune booster. White tea is great for stress, weight loss, and detoxification. Chamomile, obviously, that's most people's go-to for sleep, headache, anxiety, and such. I am not a chamomile liker. I do have chamomile tea, but it's got a lot of other flavors in it because I just can't, I don't know, just chamomile tea straight out just doesn't sit well with me. But it does with a lot of people. So, but it's great for sleep and, calming you down. Hibiscus is great for blood pressure, respiratory diseases. Chai tea, which is, it's got a different flavor, but it is delicious. And it's a great enhancer for your immune system. It fights inflammation and it'll help combat if you have a cold. Black tea is great for weight loss or headaches. Ginger helps reduce bloating if you have a cold, can help, minimize your cold symptoms, and helps with upset stomach or sore throat. So those are just some thoughts on what different teas can do for you. And I'm going to, like I said, have that chart below to give you so that you can, have that for your reference on when you decide what you want to do with teas, if you decide to venture out and try different teas. So I hope this little talk shed some light for you on the importance of drinking organic tea. And I just want to wrap it up with a weekly tip. So understand that when you drink non-caffeinated teas, like this particular one, because this one says decaf, caffeine-free, right? It is a great way to hydrate yourself, right? Just like drinking water, right? But you're just drinking it with some herbs in it. But when you drink caffeinated tea, you're dehydrating yourself. So maybe you want to balance yourself. Some people don't drink coffee at all and they just drink tea all day, which is great. But, maybe you want to balance the caffeinated tea with the decaffeinated tea or non-caffeine or caffeine-free tea to just help, balance hydration. Because I find when I do drink my English breakfast tea, and sometimes I'll do 2 cups, right? Because I love my English breakfast tea. I can feel that I feel dehydrated a little. So that'll be the most I will do of a caffeinated tea is 2 cups. So I hope this helps. I'd love to hear from you to know if there's any special teas that you love and why you love them. And I'm looking forward to, seeing you next week. And next week, I'm actually going to venture down a little different venue. So I've been talking a lot about, foods and things of that nature. Next week, I'm going to talk about another issue that I think is very, very critical to supporting your immune system. And, it's hard to say what's the most important, whether it's the food you eat or my topic for next week, or I don't know. I think everything is important, but I feel like what's happening now and what I'm seeing people going through, I just think this topic would be great to introduce next week. So join me next week. If you enjoy my videos, do not forget to like or subscribe, because then you'll get the information. You'll get an email or a notification of some sort to let you know that I have a new video or a podcast, and you can enjoy listening. So be well, be safe, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for joining me and taking some time to listen.